Let's let the madness begin. It's March, and everybody thinks winter should be over. Well, you know what? It is still winter time, and we still can get these kind of storms. However, I believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel. More on that later. All right, we got two different systems coming up. One just about on our doorstep right now. I'm looking at the radars, and it's already snowing out towards Harrisburg and State College, and it's moving this way. This first storm is going to be your slot kind of mixed bag storm. It's going to first come in as snow, and this is the model from the NAM, and it shows the blues being the snow, the yellows being the sleet, the pinks being the freezing rain, and the green obviously being the regular rain. It's hard to see, but this red line right here is the 32-degree line. Okay? As you can see, it's well south of our area, which is right here. Now, this is early this evening, this picture right here. But what's going to first happen is we're going to have the snow coming across the state. And as this warm front is going up here like this, because the low pressure system is up here in the Great Lakes, the warm air advection in the upper levels of the atmosphere is going to start to slowly melt the snowflakes and the upper parts of the atmosphere. As it refreezes in the bottom levels of the atmosphere, if it has enough time to refreeze, it will fall as sleet. All right, if it continues to fall down in a shallow layer of cold air, it's not going to have time to refreeze as sleet, and instead it will fall as rain, but the bottom 100 feet of the atmosphere is below freezing, and it will freeze on contact. What worries me about this situation for tonight is that we might have several hours of sleet and or freezing rain. It's hard to tell the thickness of that cold levels on the bottom levels of the atmosphere. And if that happens, we could have some really bad conditions this evening, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. But this freezing line, next slide please, is going to be able to go all the way up into New York, as you can see this, and everything is going to go over to rain. This is the 35-degree line now. It's going to be a cold rain, but it will eventually go over to rain. And I think that there's going to be enough time during the early morning hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, that this isn't going to be a slam dunk no school tomorrow, because there's going to be enough time for melting. As you can see on this next slide, though, however, what happens is that we have a trailing cold front coming through. The low pressure system is now over here. The warm front is way come through, and there's a trailing cold front. This is the new 32-degree line right here. As you can see, it's in western Pennsylvania, and it's going to push from the northwest to the southeast direction. So what's going to happen is tomorrow during the day, our temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 30s, maybe even low 40s as you get down towards Philly. But it's going to be on and off again rain showers. But as the day goes on, this cold front is going to push through, and what is going to happen is that Wednesday night, there's going to be another area of low pressure down here that's going to ride that cold front. The cold front is going to set up right to the south of Philadelphia. And as this low pressure system moves up, it's going to throw moisture over top of that fresh, cold air that goes from the lower atmosphere all the way up to the top of the atmosphere. And as you can see, we are going to have heavy snow Wednesday night and Thursday morning. This is a snow map from the NAM model that just came out around 9:30 this morning. And this is the snow map for the Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And as you can see, it's popping some pretty good numbers here. We got 12 inches just north of Philly, 10 in Quakertown, 9 here in Allentown. And as you get further away from that low pressure, the numbers get less and less and less. Now, do I think we're going to see these numbers? No. The NAM is always overdone with the amount of moisture that they have. But, you know, like the GFS, was even further south and just brought this whole thing further down. So there is some disagreement on the models right now, but they have come together pretty good. All right, so let's get to our snow map and let's see what we got here. Okay. So what I have here is from pretty much Philly on south. This is my opinion. What I think is going to happen is that I think that the front is going to have a harder time getting through, mostly because, you know what, it is later in the year and these cold fronts are starting to get a little bit more resistance from the heat that is down in the tropics. So I think it's not going to get down as far. I think 2 to 4 inches from Philly on south. I think we are going to be in a big wide band of 4 to 8 inches right through our area and into the southern Poconos. There is a chance that this could be more than 8 inches, to be honest with you. 4 closer to Philly, 8 would be more like right through us. Where I really could see us getting 6, 7, 8 inches right through here, and then lesser as you get north and south, and then much less as you get from Scranton to State College on north on west. Okay, what I see for what we got right now is for the sleep indicator for Wednesday. I actually upped this a little bit because I am concerned that the ice is not going to melt as fast as what I was originally thinking. I'm going to give us a 50% chance of a 2-hour delay tomorrow. I think they're going to get us in now because it's going to be above freezing for several hours by now. By at that point in time, like say 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, 50% chance. Thursday, I have an 80% chance of us not having school, and I got to say that's on the conservative side of things. The only reason why I'm not making this any higher is because if that front does push through a little bit more, and we're more on like a 2 to 4 end, and it ends at like 6, 7 in the morning, there might be a chance that they could save that school day and get us in with a 2-hour delay. So that's why I went 80, 20% on that. Looking at the long range, guys, I think this might be the last time you see me for quite a while, because I think the pattern changes after this week and we go into a springtime pattern. So for all you snow haters out there, you're going to finally get your wish. Not to mean it's going to be like 60 degrees, but the snow chances seem to not be really out there after this week. One thing that I definitely was just told right before we came on air is that we have just gotten some fresh information on the whereabouts of our beloved Scoop Jackson, and I believe that we have some footage. Huey, can you cut to that right now so we can finally figure out where Scoop is?
Quick tour of an area that I spent a lot of time in last year, and that's the snow bunker. I figured I'd come back here, get a look at it, kind of reminisce a little bit. Operation Figgy Pudding was on last year, and let's take a look as we go down in here. Here's the bunker here going down. It's mildly scary. Okay, we have a door here. Door here. We're gonna open door. Let's get all right. Okay, it's mildly scary here, but this is where I spent a lot of time. Down here in the depths of the bunker, and it was scary. All I had to eat was bread and milk, and I survived for a pretty long time. And then I had a little bout with the snow monster. So that's taken care of. That's no. Hey, what is that? What is that? Open that door! Open the door! Not again. All right, snow monster. We've been doing this dance for a long time. Now we settle this once and for all. You win, we get winter all year long. I win, winter ends today. Deal? All right, let's do this. Everybody wants